Hi, I'm Tom Lydon here in Hollywood, Florida at the Inside ETF conference with Tim Seymour, Chief Investment Officer of Seymour Asset Management. Great seeing you.
You guys are right in the middle of things as usual.
Yeah, well, it's fun. I mean, the ETF industry continues to grow.
It's fantastic.
And we go into so many different themes. Specifically, I want to talk to you about cannabis. So walk us through what's been going on in the last year and where are we going down the road?
Think about where we were a year ago. It was the bull trade everybody wanted a piece of, and it was just thematic. Yeah. The good news is that 12 months later, that macro story, that addressable market, that CPG consumer product story is alive and well. And if you think about the states that went online in 2019, or Illinois going live Jan 1, 2020, done 20 million in the first 11 days. You can do the math. It's a $1.6 billion market, which puts it almost as big as Canada. So the federal legalization, argument, I think, has slowed down a little bit. But the states themselves continue to make this as exciting a story as people had expected. The East Coast is about to, New York's about to go live. Wait till that happens. It's going to be exciting.
And it's the bottom line is it's not going away. And I don't know if it actually correlates at all with crypto, for example, where it shot up and then came down hugely, but now it's kind of steadily building back. If you feel that this industry is going to be huge in the next 10 years, you've got to succumb to the volatility, right?
It's a $450 billion global market when you consider legal, illicit, legal, medical, recreational, CPG, wellness. Right now, depending who's doing the measuring, but so. Shakeout of the capital markets has been part of this. There were companies that were put together that were never going to be profitable. We've seen this in every early stage emerging asset class, and that's what this has been. So year over year, I'm more fired up about the macro, and the good news for investors is that we actually needed to see a shakeout. There needed to be discrimination between the haves and the have-nots. You're starting to see, for example, some of the big US producers go EBITDA positive. Companies like Canopy have put in a CEO that really is a proper CPG CEO. That's great news.
Yeah. Okay. And then diversification. We've had a now 11-year bull market in stocks. Investors are saying, hey, I need to spread this other places. I think this is an area that they're considering.
I think they should. Look, let's be clear, and whatever you think the risk tolerance should be, you weight that appropriately. I'll let the RAs do that for their clients, but ultimately this is a consumer consumption story, high growth, demographic. This reminds me a little bit of my emerging market days, but I think there's no question the sophistication of the sub-verticals. It's not about investing in guys that are growing cannabis. It's about investing in companies that have distribution, branding, software, vertical logistics. That's the stuff that gets us excited. Those are the companies we're looking at every day.
Yeah. And the ticker symbol?
CNBS. How else would you abbreviate cannabis, Tom?
That's it.
I mean, so the ETF space in cannabis has gotten pretty crowded, and I think there's differentiation between them all. And we just think that an actively managed product is going to evolve with the sector that's moving every day.
Well, you're all kind of working together to educate, and there's huge opportunities from an education standpoint.
No doubt.
And we at ETF Trends and ETF Database get a lot of traction on cannabis-related editorial. So we're going to continue to do that as people are interested.
That's what we're here to do.
Yeah.
I'm in the market every day. I work on the hedge fund side too. I advise a bunch of companies in the sector. I'm meeting with management teams. That's what I do.
Yeah.
And I think investors should be looking for this kind of exposure, and I think they will continue to want it.
Tim, as always, great seeing you.
Thanks,
man.